Yeah, I don't think my camera's in a good position anyways right now. Yeah, it's crazy. The camera's been bumped one too many times. Man. Alright, so I haven't done any streaming in a long time. And I know I didn't like. I can't believe it's literally it's starting to point itself back up again. That's ridiculous. Sony, would it ever kill you to just make something that actually like does what it's supposed to instead of just I don't know, whatever this is supposed to be? Just saying. Oh, okay. So I don't know if this is gonna stay or not, but recently I started playing Onward. Onward is a for those of you that know it, it's a very, very challenging. Um, Let me close my. Yeah, this is supposed to be closed. Sorry about that. I had a party still open. So it's a very challenging game. I should probably move my mic up. So Onward is a very challenging survival game. It's an RPG with a very high emphasis on survival, and it has a very unique system in where you can't even be a mage unless you go in there. That's pretty cool. It's different. And then of course there's your dodging, standard L1 to dodge roll. Shows that icon because I'm dodging heavy because of the bag, but if I just drop the bag, then I can dodge as I see fit. But of course, yeah, that means my inventory is on the ground. This isn't going to be a very long video, honestly. I just thought I would take the time to show off some of the more interesting things in this game that I myself find very unique, like this RGB grass. So this stuff, when I first saw it, I thought it was a reflection from the sky, and then I looked up and the sky wasn't doing that, and I'm like, well, that's crazy. That's the grass doing that. Like, I mean, I don't. Now, if I'm wrong, comment if you know of any other game where this kind of effect takes into place. And it's not just this color. There's let me see if I can find it, but there's a patch somewhere around here that's actually way more rainbow colored. It's like vivid beyond belief. As you start to walk through this stuff, you're gonna find that it's very you see, I don't know what makes the enemies respawn, but I've pretty much killed quite a few of them. So this spot right here. Now when I see this spot, I think there's gotta be something that you gotta do here. Like maybe there's some significance to this one spot, but I don't see anything else like it as far as it. Well, hold on. There's some other patches along the way. Scratch that. It just looks like it was significant because it was round. But I mean, who knows? Maybe you're supposed to follow the rainbow patches that lead you somewhere. But basically, Onward is a game that encourages exploration. It won't hold your hand like other games do. There's not going to be any markers. You do have a map, but as you notice, I'm not on the map anywheres. You have a map, but you can't see yourself on the map in any location. You have to actually use your environment. See, I know that roughly I entered from here. Okay. This is where I started. The mountain I showed you was right in front of me. So I started here and I started entering the RGB forest, which is what I'm going to call it, RGB field. I started going this way, I believe. So the mountain should be towards my right side of my character. So I want to come out this way because I want to come here to this thing and see what this is, and then ultimately go out to the next area. So it looks like it's the hollowed marsh either way I go. Oh, hold on. The to Elmacor Forest. That's where I want to go. So I want to go down that way. That's where we're going. Okay. Now, I know you need certain resources for traveling. I'm a little concerned because I only brought 9. And I have like 54 of these things in storage, so I probably should have just grabbed more. needless to say. All right. So in this game, you want to pay attention to things like your basic survival needs. They simplified it quite a bit. You got food, you got drink, you got your sleep, you got your corruption. I'm apparently 18% corrupted from whatever corrupted me. Like I said, I've only played it three. I just started playing it like 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, I think what it was. I have in that short time, I'd say about 4 days, probably five, just a little under a week. It's a weird concept for a game. There's no leveling, there's no XP, there's just you and whatever weapons you can get. The better your equipment, the better you perform. And yeah, so as I suspected, the mountain is on my right side like I wanted, which tells me that I'm still looking for another power coil, which I really hope I hope I get one. Thanks to my friend Alistair, I got one, but whether that's gonna, I think it said that was empty. Yeah, that's empty. I've already been there. So this game promotes exploration. Here are my thoughts. This is a really cool concept for a game. If you're the type of person who doesn't mind just going out and doing things, I will admit, the first time I was kind of confused. I was like, what do I do? Where do I go? This is kind of lame. I don't know what to do. You got to get yourself out of that state of mind. You can't just sit there and be like, you know, I need someone to tell me what to do. No, you're the boss of your adventure. You need to just do it. What do you want to do? What do you want to be? You want to be a mage? You're gonna have to work on that. So it's not easy being a mage in this game. I'm only a spellblade, and even that has its own challenges. I would explain more on mages and magic, but that's just a whole other ball of wax. Look into it. Certain spells don't do anything without other spells being used first. I'm still experimenting with it myself. Now, I will say, I will encourage everybody to just play the game. Like, that's what I'm doing. I only look things up if it gets really bad. Like, if I find myself completely stumped and I don't know what I'm doing, then I might look something up. But as long as I have a game plan, see, there's the hey, looking up in the map, there's the crystal right there. That's what we're looking at. So we're somewheres around here because we're about to exit the RGB fields. Well, we have a pond right here. We can use that as another reference point, so we know that I'm right here somewheres. I'm right around here somewheres. Oh, I will say this much: this game has helped me understand how to read a map. I was a little bit confused back in the day on how I should handle that, but now it's more like you have to learn to look at your environment with your eyes. You've got to see it for what it is. You got to take measurements and be like, okay, so this is this much. Let's gather the fish. Yeah. Like what the general size is and the shape of something. See how that curve there is for the little bit of sand on the beach. If I open the map, I can look and see that that's generally. I wish I could zoom in closer, but that's right around here where my marker is. So that puts me at around here somewhere. This is a very unique game, and where you don't build a base, you don't build anything more than the only thing you craft are the things that you need to craft. You want to craft something, you craft it. You don't, you don't. She's thirsty. Jeez, girl, you drink a lot. Damn, I did that with one hand while I still held on mags. Okay, so that over there, I think it's this place, the bandit camp. I'm thinking that's the bandit camp. I don't know which bandit camp it is. I have the keys to two bandit camps already. And I don't know what it takes for enemies to respawn in this game, but I, man, they stay dead for a while. I'm not gonna. I mean, the starting monsters I've killed them pretty quickly. Yeah, I think this is the bandit camp, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember this. I had a thing here, a campfire here. So yeah, as I was saying, it's a really nice game, as you can clearly see. We have some concepts that are I don't really see in other games. I've played and beaten Lords of the Fallen. I like games where the mechanic is different, where something just steps out of the ordinary, like dropping your bag so that you can run faster and fight quicker and use less stamina as you're doing so. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of cool. Actually, that's very cool. Can't think of anything more realistic than that. You know what? I'm gonna gather 3 pieces of wood since I only need three to do this. I like to tell people to just be ready. Just make the campfire ahead of time. You're gonna put it down at some point. I think the campfire itself has a bit of weight, but it's only zero point 0.5, so I'll have a pound. I think the 3 pieces of wood alone were probably just that much, if not a little more. So you'll have a lot of situations where turning crafting the item into what you need is better because it will consolidate your weight in terms of like what you have on you. You know, sometimes it's not always, but sometimes you'll make something that's actually heavier because of the different ingredients you're using. Chances are, if you're making something that's several different ingredients, it's gonna weigh more than the original parts were. Was this really a bandit camp? No, what is this place? Oh, this is the Ghost Pass. I remember this place. I was just here with my friend Alistair. So that's the Ghost Pass. Interesting. That's not on the map anywhere. And this is what I'm talking about. There's no way for you to determine where where you are on the map. So even if I could mark the map, right? So which I can put a mark on the map. I can just click on it and drop a mark. It wouldn't do it. It doesn't do anything. That one's got me a little confused. Honestly, I don't know why you can mark a map if you don't know where you are. I mean, I can relatively figure out where I am on a map now. So like if I go to this lake right here, I can pinpoint where I am on the lake by using the map, assuming the map covers all the detail. But if you notice on this one, you don't see little drawings to represent trees, unless this patch of grass is supposed to represent a tree. Either way. Alright, so we were gonna go see Crystal. I feel like that should be important. So it's definitely not an easy game to play. And I'll be honest with you, it can be a little challenging to keep an eye on my health since it's three different shades of like two different shades of red and one black. The super dark red is health you can't get back. Alright. Let's walk on over to this crystal thing and see what it's all about. I feel like that's still pretty far away. Okay. Boy, I sure wish there was a battery pack in one of these. Just need one more power cell and I can open that door in the one bandit camp. The something not man T Monty Q bandits. I don't remember. Now I feel like I should know these people. Clearly got into a fight at some point. Hmm. Well, let's see what's over here. Oh, this is the hollowed marsh. Oh, okay. So that's yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm up here. I need to go down there. So we need to go back down the path and then make a left. Yeah, I'm not trying to go to the hollowed marsh. If I'm going to the other end. So I've been on this island for the last 3 days, 3 to 4 days. Just you know, usually co-oping with a friend. What the heck? We have a side path here? Well, what's that about? Is that on the map? There appears to be something that kind of veers off to the side. Ah, I mean, it's not an adventure game if you don't go off the path. I just didn't want to have to. It's in this game, if you go off the path or you lose your way on the map and you can't reorient yourself for whatever reason, and this has happened to me multiple times, you will be officially lost. And that means you're pretty much going all over the place until you can find something that you're familiar with, and good luck with that. It's probably a really big part of the reason why I don't usually go off course. If I backtrack, I generally will always take the path I took to get there because it's not backtracking if you're just not really going through the same course. I mean, it makes no sense to even call it backtracking at that point. This one is okay because this one is the heck is this a hole in the ground? I don't know what that is. That just caught me off guard. All right, the lake is over there. Let's use the lake as a position marker again. I'm gonna use the lake again. All right, the lake. And that's gonna be towards where the RGB grass is still at, which is right here. Okay. So with this road being right here, facing this lake, right near the rock being that way. And that's that one big rock. There should be two rocks in near that water. 1 and 2. Oh, is that a third rock? No. So it's just 1 and 2. One is a slightly longer rock than the other. That's going to be this one over here. So we're looking at this one and we're right about here. Then we want to go this way then, which is going to take us down. It's going to take us down a bit this way until we see this turn. And then from that point, if we go right, we'll get to this bandit camp. And if we go left, we'll head over to the vigil thingy, or go that way too. I don't know what bandit camp this is. It could literally be the one that I was already at. So yeah. Let's continue down this path for a bit. I'll continue down this path for a bit. Sorry. I was trying to see which lantern I was using. Can't really see me with the freaking... So my streaming light died, so I have no real streaming light at this point. Alright, so it looks like the corruption is near where that tower is. Alright, here's the thing. I don't remember what cures corruption. And chances are I don't have it anyways. That's for colds. Yeah, I don't have any other kinds of medicines on me. I'm 18% corrupted already. From the last save, or last time I was playing. Not from actually me doing anything. Oh, it was something I killed, I just don't remember. Alright, so this is definitely what I wanted to confirm. That to get in there... Wait, so this is all in... Huh? How am I supposed... Wait a minute. If this spot has got corruption... Oh, wait, I think it's only that spot. So, I'm assuming we just go further down this way. I get, not distracted, but I guess you could say that I get intrigued because it is an adventure game, which means you're supposed to just, well, yeah, you're supposed to go one place, but maybe you see something else, and you think, gee, can I possibly get on that ship? I know it's sunk in the water, but is any part of its cargo lying around near the ship? You know, it's questions like that. It's questions like that you ask yourself. Because you never know. Could there be something on the ship? Is there a way to get on the ship? See? It's not even meant for you to get on there. So now that we know this, we don't gotta take unnecessary chances. I do want to try a combination of two spells. I don't know if they'll do anything together, but would be nice to find out. Okay, before I go that way, I want to be sure that I've seen everything on this. And that I got everything. Those are some kind of lightning rods. Weird. I wonder if that's something I can. Nope. Okay. Just thought I'd try. Yeah, I've been over a lot of this game, so we got some eggs. We could use that. It's a good source of protein. Like I said, though, I can get pretty confused when I take turns like that. Is there a thing on course? This is a walking game, so if you're the type of person that's impatient, maybe you don't like the fact that you don't have a mount, you want a mount, you're not going to get a mount here. So please keep that in mind before you attempt to play. It is currently $40 to purchase. It is a co-op game, but it is meant to be played solo. And this is some That's a creepy sound. Please don't tell me the forest is haunted. Okay, it says ancient forest of giant trees with vicious arcane monsters prowling about. What the hell? Oh lord. I can't. I can't with this forest. You believe this? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? With vicious prowling magic beasts and magic beasts. Can't you be like beasts that are not magic? What happened to regular beasts? Alright, so here we are in a new area. I am wearing my whatever this armor is called. I forgot already. I will look at the armor screen. Oh. Oh, the music's different on here. Well, when I'm in a new area, I think one of the first things I think would be nice to find is a good camp spot. Oh, look at that. The road is a bright freaking red bunch of leaves. That'll come in good handy finding the road. Oh, hold on. I see something ahead. They did say they were magic beasts in this area. So I'm thinking that's something ghost-like, because it's usually what it is. I'm going to turn off my lantern so I can get a better look. From what I can tell, it appears to be behind this tree. It appears to be a creature of the ghost variety, which means in this game, if you want to hurt something like that, you got to use one of these. Enchant your weapon. It's 3 minutes with this. I'm an alchemist, and I'm gonna make my own potion. And we are going to sneak up on our friend, hopefully. There is no one-hit shots in this game, so sometimes I don't even bother sneaking. It, okay, that's down. I had a magic stone on. That's great. All right, I'll turn my light back on. These are some really giant trees. Jeez, this place is beautiful. This is the first time I've entered this area, so I'm actually quite happy with my experience. Not too happy about the creepy ghost creatures at night, but I guess, what are you gonna do, right? Alright, so this is just gonna be difficult. Is face this is Faces of the Ancients, Hollow Marsh. That's just okay, so I came in from this side. So there's the Lonely Tower. Another Lonely Tower should be on either side of me. A ruined settlement if I go to the right of me when I get to the intersection, or abandoned docks if I go that way, or the city of Brig, which I need to get to. I feel like we should go ahead and just go straight down, take the crossroad to the left, head on over to the city here. I'm very confused about that because it seems to be just a break in here. It looks like the only way to get there is to go right and then huff it around here so that then you can take it down this way and cross the bridge. What's that? Wait, why would I need to cross the bridge? Hold on. Why would I need to cross the bridge on that side? Couldn't I just... Yeah, I feel like I could just kind of... just sneak myself over there. Alright, look, we're gonna do this. I'll be honest, I don't feel like traveling at night. I'm having a hard time seeing this road. Yeah, I'm not so sure this is gonna work. Okay, so normally when you're playing in co-op, and I honestly, if you get this game, I highly recommend to play co-op if you can. If you got a friend, maybe somebody you share game share with or something, and you want to try this out, you definitely want to get yourself involved with. Oh boy, did I just turn myself around completely? Uh, okay. I'm starting to feel like going at this at night in this forest probably not the best things to do. Just saying. Yeah, I just don't get it. But if I'm gonna end up getting into a fight, like I don't like to waste these things because they're hard to come by. So I might as well just get in there, kill this dude. I should have healed. Always try to recover your health. And once they hit your black, when you have black health, once they hit you, you have ultra health. I didn't even have my weapon out. I thought I did. Okay. Okay. Okay, so another really good thing you can do is find a high ground, a spot with a landmark, preferably something with a title to it. Because if you can find that, then what'll happen is you'll have something to work off of. Be warned that a lot of these landmarks they tend to have creatures around or something. This is enter the Dolmen Crypt. Oh man, no, the Dolmens. There's a Dolmen Crypt here. All right, so this is called a Dolmen Crypt. Is that on the map anywhere? Does it have significance of its own? Old windmill, abandoned docks. I'm still assuming that I've traveled down this far. I'm either going to end up near the abandoned docks, old windmill, port, yeah, ruined settlement, ruined settlement. So ruined settlement, that could be anything. Colossal hive. Jeez, I don't even want to know what the hell that is. Huge burning tree. I feel like they've taken ideas from other games. Wink, wink. Just saying. Hmm. I feel like ruined settlement is just another term to describe a place that exists that's ruined and once was a settlement like this here. But you're never told what it is. And I think, if anything, at least when you discover something, I kind of wish it would automatically place it on the map for you. You know, it's like the name of it and that, you found it, there it is. You know what I mean? So I'm probably not gonna make it to the town. I want to, I really do, but then again, I kind of want to see what's in here. I really do. But I think what makes this extremely difficult is that it's just a wrong time of the day. Oh crap! There's a red ghost out there, right? Did he just? I feel like he's coming over here. I don't know. Yeah, my dude is walking over here with the purpose of getting into a fight with me. He's trying to play it off like there's nothing going on, but clearly there's something going on, right? 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 Okay, that one put up a really good fight. We're gonna need to rest. Like this is I think my biggest issue here is I have this cool spot that I'd like to check out, but I know that this kind of action I don't know what happens if you die when you haven't made it to town or in yet. I don't know if simply just resting in my tent will take care of that or set my point up somewhere else. I'm guessing it will, so let's find out. Usually I just, yeah, yeah, I would imagine it does. Because it should be the same as the bedroll. What's my ambush? 65%. Um, Guard for 4 hours. You rest. Wait, how's Give me a second. So there are things that happen at night. I don't know if those things are going to happen, but first things I notice when you want to check before sleep is how much drink is in you and food. I'm off 95. So, I'm a little upset that I wasted one of those pots, but I can craft them. So if I told myself, see now the ambush starts again. Now you're thirsty. It's about to be daylight soon. I think he said resting was better because it brings back your health better. How can I guard and sleep at the same time? Hmm, I don't know how. It's just something I do, apparently. So we're not going to have much daylight because we've slept most of it away. I'll point that out. But it's okay because I kind of took a little more damage than I would have preferred, and I kind of do want to see what this place is like more during the day. All right. So before I consider going in here, I would like to get my bearings. Appears to be something atop the hill. So I definitely went off the road to get to this. That's for sure. This is one of my usual issues where I go off course. This is definitely off the beaten path. Um, I'm not saying we can't do it. I'm just saying it puts us at risk. But hey, what's an adventure if it's not at a risk, right? That's what it's all about. It's kind of getting late, actually. I'm gonna watch on. Oh, it's 2:29. All right, we're gonna end the stream right here. I didn't start this as a compilation stream. I'm not doing this to stream so people can see it. If anyone shows interest and you want me to stream this or you want to know what's up, go ahead and let me know and I'll see what I do. You should know that this game is completely random. The drops you get from the chest are random. The only time I think that they're not random is when they're quest related, but the quests themselves are very, very, very few. It's just more about you and the freedom of you exploring and finding things to do. I mean, heck, me and my friend, we got arrested and ended up in jail, and we had to break out of jail, and we had to like bribe, we had to do like actual manual labor and farm iron and deliver that iron to the guards to make their money so that they can then be impressed with us to let us go. Well, actually, when they became impressed with us, then they accepted a bribe of us 30 silver so we can get out. Sorry. I want to at least drink one more time. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go inside here. But anyways, unfortunately, you guys aren't gonna see that because that's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching and have a good day.